This is the way we stack the hay out west, and it doesn't take a nuclear scientist to try to figure it out. Now, here's the equation. 18 times 2 to the nth degree is 78. Combined with minus 2 times 0 equals 0, which totals 78. You got it? Well, if you didn't, here's how the cow ate the cabbage. On Saturday night at Tacoma, the bull riding title from Bro went to Gray Gould. He was the guy that rode one bull out of 2 in the second round. $10,000. Simple.
Hang on, everybody. It's bull riding crunch time from San Jose. Now, on Prime across the world, it's the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series, brought to you by Roper Apparel, the greatest looking shirt you'll ever wear, and by Original Coors.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Bob Tallman, and I don't expect you to believe my mathematics, and that's just the way it is, but Gray Gould's won all the money. Now, I want to talk about Gray Gould's tonight. I want to talk about the young lion pups that we're letting out of the cage. We have never had more champions crippled and on the injured list, and ranker bulls that have been on better grass than what we've got right now in San Jose. As we welcome you to the home of the Sharks in a beautiful new Coliseum in San Jose. Gary, what about these kids? We've got an international event tonight, but we got a bunch of kids getting on.
Well, they're kids, but they're good ones, you know. Troy Dunn, he come real close last week. He's riding really tough here lately. I think he's going to be a real factor tonight. Thor Hoofer has been tearing him up out here in California, and there's a young new Australian named Chris Lethbridge that's been really turning everybody's heads. You're going to see him for the first time tonight, so it's really going to be some good watching.
Well, don't throw out the Canadian. Wes Sear is in there, and he's one of the top 5. I want to talk about those 5 right now. As we look at the Original Coors scoreboard, here at San Jose, we're talking about Terry Don West, who has won the nearly $25,000. He is on the injured list. He's here with us, but he can't ride. The Brazilian champion, Adriano Moraes, second. Wes Searman, Canadian, he's in for third. Dax Lackey, the young Texan, hotter than a pistol. And there's Gray Gould from Chelan, Washington. He's in there as the winner last week. Don't anybody move. We're coming up with the first round highlights in a minute for you. San Jose, not Sharks, but Cowboys for the 1994 Wrangler Bull Riders Only. Buckle your boots. We're ready to ride. Welcome back, everybody. Bob Tallman and Gary LeFew. San Jose, California, in the home of the Sharks. I should say in the sea of the Sharks, but it's Bull Riders tonight. When we talk about who's going to make all of the money, $10,000 in the number 1 spot and all of the rest, Harry Rose Jr. on the left, Alan Jordan Jr. on the right, 2 of the most respected professional judges in the business today. Who's going to save the lives? Tom, Dick, and Harry. On the left, Joe Bumgardner. In the center, Hollywood Don Yates, and Montana great, none other than the Lloyd Ketchum. Now, when we talk about the highlight scores, Sam's Town highlights. This is the way it went down in the first round. Owen Washburn, Las Cruces, New Mexico, has a Jim Dandy. Out of position, back in position. 6'3", 175 pounds, and one of the hottest youngsters in our business today. And 81 points as he steps off to the safety position. He's the number 1 man. Take a look at a pair of 777s, and that's about the width of the horns on this bull. David Lance is the man. Here's one of the hottest youngsters in our business coming on in North America. I like the way that the boy rides, but his get-off leaves a little to be desired. They carried him out. Dr. Skip's got him in better position for the next round. Now we go to Jason Jackson. This is the boy from Nez Pelham, Washington, the 1993 Rookie of the Year in the bareback riding of the PRCA in the bull ride. A college champion from Montana State University, 79 points. The pride of a pair of Renos, Reno, Texas, and Reno, Nevada, is Scott Mendes. Here's one of the hottest, biggest guys in the business today. There aren't many bulls that you can run under him that he's going to be afraid of, and he'll reach and put the pops on him with the spurs as well. They've got him in the high 70s, and that's the money. On the Original Coors scoreboard, Brian Barker, a high school champion from Oregon, and disaster to start it off, Jason Jackson and Helter Skelter. David Lance is out of the trainer's room, and Sean McRoberts from California on his tail. Young Josh O'Brien's got Justin to jump with. Ellis O'Driscoll, the long-legged kid. Scott Mendes from Reno. Rex Phillips of Winnemucca, Nevada. Buddy Reed, Shane Thurston, and Owen Washburn from New Mexico. That's the way we talk about it on the qualifiers. Here is a position now, seated Cowboys. Jeff Cathcart came all the way from Colorado. Wes Sear from Canada. Myron Duhart, the Hawaiian. Troy Dunn is our Australian. Gavin Guy, Australia, right behind him. Take a look at Dax Lackey, the hotshot from Texas. Gray Gould's last week's $10,000 winner from Tacoma. And Richard Rule. the building contractor from Colorado. Let's go to Shaw Sullivan in the arena.
Ever since we did the first event in Tacoma, Washington in June of 1991, weird things have happened in that old building. When we were there last trip out, we had 18 bull riders in the second round of competition, and only 2 made the whistle. That's unprecedented in the history of the Bull Riders Only series. And in the final round, nobody made the whistle. 78 points, scored in the second round by Gray Gulls, was the champion. As we take a look at the footage, we're going to watch right here, Terry Don West. The guy has the highest ride percentage of anybody, and it looks just like he just looks off to the side and gets off. As it turns out, he pulled a groin muscle, and that's exactly what he did. Now as we watch 2-time world champion Jim Sharp. Now Jim is noted for riding tremendously into his hand. 566 Blackjack goes into Jim's hand, but for some strange reason he decides to ride over into the spin further than necessary. And that results in a buck off. Here we have Jerome Davis. Now Jerome Davis, just the night before in Tacoma, Washington, rode 19 Grasshopper. I mean, that was the bull of the year last year. Now he's on in the second round. He seems to be having some difficulty. He gets whipped into his hand, kind of off on his butt. Now, if this doesn't typify the night, I'm not so sure what does. First of all, the bull's got no business running over him to begin with. Now that he has bucked him off, he's going to add insult to injury by hooking him till the cows come home. As we watch the last bull ride, Darrell Mills, we're going to see him on T504 Gifts Buckle. This bull should fit him to the T. The guy was just a few dollars short last year of winning the world championship in the PRCA, and yet here he gets rocked into his hand, kind of out over, off his rope, and bucked off a bull that, again, had no business bucking Darrell Mills off. Now, when you look at that, 78 points, the best bull riders in the world, 78 points, won it in the second round. Things may go different here in San Jose, California. Back after this break.
Welcome back, everybody. Bob Tolman along with Gary LeFew, and I want to suggest you do something with us in the month of August the 27th, Salt Lake City, Utah, Delta Center. What a gorgeous Coliseum. 1-800-536-2855. That's 536 Bull. Be with us in Salt Lake City. We're going to do it in August, and it will be a gorgeous place to bring your family. Let's jump out and ride one, boys. Jeff Cathcart. I'm going to start with the Colorado kid. And 7-Eleven, do it this time. Ho, 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 ho. This is what we want, LeFew. Just get him rolling in this second round. Here's where the big money's going to be. One to try to come back and be one of those in the short round.
That bull, he's usually out there to the right, but tonight he didn't
He's a
quite
fat
up to par.
cat. He's way too fat.
Yeah.
There's something with that bull, I don't know, but he looked like Fat Albert tonight. They have had him on too much grain. Dan Russell, Western Rodeos, along with Sonny Riley and the Flying Five bunch from up in Washington, have brought us the bulls.
Well, this was one that Jeff wanted. He was looking forward to go out there and get to a spin, but in this round, you never can tell. They might buck a lot of guys off, and this might be just one to get him that next round.
Well, remember, we're talking about the kids coming, and we've got a lot of them. So if we can just get them rode in this second round, then we're going to have a short round. That's where the $10,000 first place money is going to be paid, and we're concerned with seeing some new names win some new money. Owen Washburn is who you're looking at through the pipes in the back of the chutes right here. Las Cruces, New Mexico. This kid was a high school champion, a college champion. He's done a whole lot of good things in his lifetime. He was 81 points out of the first round to be the high mark qualifier. This time we're talking about the 797 Justin from Dan Russell.
Oh, this kid, I like the way he rides.
Yes.
Oh, no. Man, that bull slipped and put a dirty move on him right there.
And that's all he was a dirty trick. That shouldn't have happened.
No, that this ground is just a little bit slippery, and these bulls are having a little trouble getting footing tonight. And timing is everything in bull riding. When they get you a little out of time, it's, hey, that's all you can do about it.
A fencing contractor from the state of Colorado, Richard Rule. We've had him at nearly every one of our Wrangler Bull Riders Only across the country the last couple of years. 36, little man, Dan Russell.
Well, this bull's a handful. He bucked off Darrell Mills and Jerome Davis at Tacoma. So, man.
I don't believe this now. There's a veteran that just drove 1,350 miles, and he's a little upset.
He's not happy about it.
What in the world went wrong? I can understand him being upset. This bull should not have bucked him off, Gary.
Well, he's getting a little back off his rope right there. As the bull comes around, you want to stay off that back end, because when the bull is spinning, the front end is coming to the right there, and that back end's going to the left. See how he slid back towards the flank?
Yep.
You catch the wrong end of the train there.
Well, and as a veteran, he knows that that can happen to him, but I'm going to have to give him a little credit. He's human, and it's human to err.
It is human to err. I'll say that, especially in a bull ride.
169 score is all we've got so far out of 3. 2 on the ground. Jeff Cathcart from Colorado is in there. Here is the Canadian that has won $40,000. 2 $10,000 prizes in Canada. 2 bull riders only. Wrangler checks for $10,000. He's won over 40 grand, got less than 3 grand won in the Canadian standings. Wes Sear and Grumpy.
Well, I don't like that name. This is the first time at the bull. Right into it.
Look at here.
Well, that bull made a mistake when he come into Wes Sear's hand because that's his favorite direction.
The last winner at the start of the Bull Riders Only Tour for 1994. He jumped out, won 2 of them back-to-back at 10 grand apiece. Only 2 jumped him 2 in a row, threw him on the ground and in the weeds. Nice to have him back at the pay window.
Well, he's got the right number on his back, that number 1.
77 is what we're going to do for the Canadian. That now puts him in the number 1 spot. Chelan Washington is probably best known for the apple country, but this young man at Tacoma in his own home state in our last Bull Riders Only won the $10,000. Gray Goulds and the gift buckle. Here's a dandy little bull from Danny.
You bet he is.
Rip City tore him out of there.
That bull has really been coming on. He has bucked some good hands off this year. He bucked off Darrell Mills at Tacoma, and Darrell Mills won $74,000 at the National Finals alone last year.
Well, as a reserve champion to the world, Darrell Mills, and twice the Canadian champion gets him rode. But look at here, this bull just set him up, got his feet behind him. Everything on the upper body looked good.
Well, he got back there again. He got back in that rumble seat. He slid back off of that rope. When they slide you back there, there's a lot of power back there.
Goodbye, Greg, and I don't blame him for being a little disgusted. $10,000 last week. He doesn't even get 2 Oreo cookies out of it tonight. Joshua, let's see what you can do. Young Josh O'Brien. Animas, New Mexico. He's a far piece from home in Central California. We can take it with this one. They call this bull the Cricket F5. Got to be a Sonny Riley bull. They didn't F on him like that with a flying 5.
Well, this is another bull that we don't know, but we're going to watch him. If he's here, he's got to be a good one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of power. Some power.
Man, did he slap him?
I don't know whether he did or not, but he was sure looking him around there.
He had his butt to our camera, and we couldn't see, but it had him gapped open like a $2 suitcase, bent him over the front, but I think he's all right. I think he's all right. Let's take a look at it in the replay.
Well, he starts him out real good. He's right out over that hump, out there in that zone where there's no power. The bulls, with that big high leap, has a chance to want to pull you back.
You can pull him back in any direction.
Right there. Oh, he got big trouble, made one heck of a move. Look how he moved back over that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That was a nice move.
Well, I'm going to wait to see what we've got for a score, but folks, we've got more. The Wrangler Bull Riders Only coming back to you. 69 points. Ties him for second and third. There's got to be more than that. Canadians in the lead with a pair of 7s. Hang on. We're in San Jose. Sharkus with some more bulls. Hey, folks, the 25th of June is a great day for family entertainment in Dodge City, Kansas. From the Flatlander, it'll be warm and it'll be beautiful, but at the Dodge City Fairground. What are you doing? Come see us. One of the greatest rodeo towns in the Flatland of Kansas. Toto and Dorothy won't be there, but we will. 316-225. A pair of 2s and a pair of 4. Call them for ticket information immediately. Dodge City, Kansas, June 25th. You'll love it. Myron Duart. Here is the Hawaiian. Come on, Buckaroo, let's ride a bull. Wait a minute. That is not Myron Duart. That is Shane Thurston, and he is in trouble. Up and down and around and gone. Now, that wasn't going to be the way that I had it figured. Shane Thurston came out of the first round with a 73. We got him in the qualification position. He made it. Now, I don't believe that.
Well, the judges have a stopwatch there, and if
go for it.
It's on 8 when their hand comes out of that rope, they're going to get a marking. This bull bucked off Jim Sharp at Tacoma, so this bull's got some stats here. He makes some nice moves here. Look how he's getting over that front end, getting away from the bull's power, really charging out there. Bull comes around, gets him in a little trouble right at the whistle, but there again, they got that stopwatch.
That's where I called it when the whistle blew. He was in trouble and gone. I'm going to go with the judges' watches. Oh, that'll work for that. Got him in a qualified position. That's the main thing. He's still in the money for the third round. The Australians can be very proud of a lot of things, but Gavin Bly would be one of the highlights. $1 million smile on this kid. Now makes his home in Cody, Wyoming. Gary, you and I know that this guy from a personal level is a triple-A kind of individual. What an attitude, what a smile, and he is a trying son of a gun.
You bet he is. He's got a handful here. This star 7, if he has his day, can be a good bull here.
Sit up, Horsey. Come on, ride us a bull.
Uh-oh, he's down in that inside.
Oh, man, the flak vest might have just saved him right there. He took a hook underneath the arm on that left side. Dr. Skip Ross from Cheyenne, Wyoming, our team doctor, is right there with him. Gary, talking about these vests, and I know that you support them with all of the kids that you train with and everything else, and endorse a manufacturer one, but it might have just saved a broken rib right here. This bull comes out of the horn, look at it, hooks him right to the kidney.
Oh, catches a good one right there. You know, I've had 5 kids in the last 3 weeks get stepped on either in the back or the chest, get up walking away without feeling anything where they would have went to the hospital.
Yes.
This is the greatest thing that ever come along in rodeo.
Yes, and moms and dads, if you're watching Bull Riders only, I want you to be thinking about it. Wrangler's making them right, and you need to have those kids wear these things.
You bet.
Canadians in the lead with a 77, 75, and a 69. We actually got a pair of those, so that's the third and fourth split between Cathcart and Arthur. Let's go to Ellis O'Driscoll. No Fear, number 49, No Fear.
Well,
That's your middle name right there, LeFew.
O'Driscoll, he must be Irish.
Well, with a name like Ellis, this is a fine young man. He stands about 6'2", don't weigh but 155 pounds, ringing wet with a sock full of nickels in his hand. Nice boy.
You bet. We've yet to see this bull buck, but this is going to be his maiden performance here at the BRO. Danny Russell brought him here. He ought to be a good one. Brought him down there in Oklahoma where the good bucking bulls come from.
Well, Dan Russell has bred a few, made a few, bucked $1 million of them. Dan Russell Sr. here tonight with his 2 nice to have Grandpa in position. Oh, big fat cat wants to fight.
Yeah, he's more like bound, isn't he?
Into the junkyard dog, and he's looking to stick a horn in somebody else who made the right move. Got out of there.
Get on that fence.
Now, the judges always have an opportunity to give you an option for a reride if you'd like to have one. They're talking about it.
Yeah, he's going to get one.
Yep, give him another one. 61 with an option. Just forget about that. Let's do it again, Australian style. Troy Dunn. I watched him win the $50,000 at the Calgary Stampede, win the $10,000 in Canada and in the States at Bull Riders only. Troy Dunn has drawn Curly Wolf and this little number 1 bull from Sonny Riley. And just say this bull's going to buck, and if anybody's going to give him a kicking like a calf, this is the guy to do it.
Truly one of the most talented bull riders in the business.
Yes.
Man, we bragged too quick on him.
Boy, sticks my feet in my mouth. Not a foot, but both feet. I don't like to see him holding those ribs. He's holding his ribs. He has got to be hurt coming in here, but we watched him back there in the locker room position, and I never saw him take a bad step all night there.
Well, there's something. He just dropped down in that corner a little too soon on that bull, and see how that
See him drop his elbow.
that elbow
hurts.
comes back,
Ow.
and inside leg comes out, and it just could have been he jammed that elbow right into them ribs. He hit that hard ground right there.
Oh, that is an absolute shame. There is one of the best bull riders in the 1990s in North America right now. And hurt. I've seen this guy hurt a whole lot more than that and just shake it off. Doggone it. That's a shame. We talk about bull riders only and the Wrangler folks that make it happen all across the country. There's a lot of places that you can join us. We're talking about Salt Lake City and Dodge City, Kansas. Dodge City is next on the list, the 25th of June, 27th of August. We jump back into the second half of our BRO system for 1994. Salt Lake City, the Delta Center, you'll love it. Wichita, Kansas, we're coming back to see in mid-September. October, we're coming to the southeast, and we're happy to be in Greensboro, North Carolina. And, of course, the mile-high city of Denver for the Denver Mashing. You've got to be with us October 14th and 15th. What I want you to do is give us a call, 800 536-2855. That's our Denver office for ticket information. But we're on a Friday and a Saturday night when we get to Denver. McNichols Arena, October 14th and 15th. I said Reno, Texas, and Reno, Nevada. And he's lived in both of those cities, currently in Reno, Nevada. This is Scott Mendes. Now, Gary and I are awful high on this kid, but you can't do anything but that. He's drawn one of the better bulls of the bunch in the second round. 37 is the bull's number. Dandy Dan from the Flying Five, not Dan Russell.
Well, this should be a good draw for Scotty. He's riding good. This bull is pretty honest. He's kind of like a Nolan Ryan fastball. He's just going to throw it at you. He's not going to shouldn't throw anything dirty at you.
You bet.
But there again, this ground's a little hard, and anything can happen out here. If they do
now, wait a minute. You're starting to make excuses.
Well,
the boy can ride. He's got a lot of money out for him.
Well, I hope he
$10,000
does.
for first prize. That's about as close as we can get you. My compliments to the cameraman. Billy Botch's crew, I guarantee you, will get closer. Close enough.
these Cowboys want to take their best shot.
Come on, Scotty. Give old man a kick it. He kicked the last one. He'll chop him with the right foot if he does it with any. Yes. Not because I said so. I just love to watch this big kid ride, and he has earned it the hard way. I've watched him since he was 7, 8 years old. As a masterful young man, and he's got the right attitude. He does everything right. Oh, boy. 77. Time for the lead right now. Myron Duarte, the islands of Hawaii. We'll be very proud of this young man. The first time I saw him was in a very hot place in Oklahoma at the high school finals. He was a young gentleman then, and he has progressed on to a middle to young age gentleman, if there is such a category. Myron Duarte in red heat. This J15's a dandy little bull of Sonny's.
Well, he bucked him off Tacoma. This here is a rematch.
Bad start. Bad start.
Oh, look at old Myron. He's trying to get in that hole again. Get out of there, Myron.
Did he make it? Did he make it? That's the main thing. We'll be back with the score from Myron Duarte and find out if he did qualify or not. Hey, there is more Wranglers Bull Riders only coming to you from San Jose. Nobody's snake bit tonight. We're shark bitten. Happy to be in San Jose, California. Well, we're talking about a 74 score for the young Hawaiian Myron Duarte. We've got him in position. 77 still to the lead. We got a pair of them now. The Canadian Wes Sears from Nanton, Alberta, and Scott Mendes from Reno, Nevada, number 1 and 2. Shane Thurston still in there for the money. Now, Brian Barker bragged on him as a high school champion back in the early 1990s. His daddy was a bull rider. Not was. Once you have been, you always are.
You bet.
You're the champion. You know what I'm talking about.
And this is quite a matchup. He's got a bull that is unridden at the BRO competition, but if anyone's got the tools to ride him, it's Brian Barker.
Little Brian. Stay. Bull didn't get all. No.
Man.
Turn loose your hand, son.
Look at him get back on
You
that
talk
bull.
about an athlete. Now that don't happen again in a million years.
I've been around a long time. I've never seen that before in my life.
They say stay on your feet, get your hand untied, you can't jump back up. It only would happen with a kid, folks.
He should have just rode him off.
I guarantee you, if they would score him for 8 seconds on body contact with the bull, he was there for 9.
Right here, he cuts around the corner a little bit, loses that inside foot. When them bulls come around, you can't move down in there. You got to move straight forward and ride around just like a horse on your legs.
Look at, you talk about no fear whatsoever.
Look at this move. Look at what he does here.
Jumps back up on top. Hollywood's on Yates trying to get in there. Lloyd Ketchum lining the bull out so they can get to his hand. Folks, the next time you get a chance to meet this kid, not because Gary and I are so high on him, I want to tell you something. That is an athletic move like you will never, ever see again.
Well, I might just use that at my school to show kids how to get out of a hang-up.
Oh, wonderful. No score for Brian Barker. When we talk about these protective vests, we'll give you a good camera shot of it here in a minute. This is the coming thing of the 90s. And I cannot harp on it enough that these kids need to be wearing these just like he is right there. Sean McRoberts, it's California's shot.
Look at here.
Yeah!
Come on, Sean. Put it on him.
Did he make it? He's waiting. Can he make it? Rex Phillips, Winnemucca, Nevada. We're ready for this. Now, Rosie. What a name for a bull. Can you do this? Rosie.
Well, they won the first round at Tacoma on this bull. David Lance did. So he should be a good ride for Rex. Rex is riding good. This is just right. Rex, go on.
Oh, what happened? I don't believe that. Did he turn loose? The bull jerked the rope out of his hand. What's the story?
It looked like he had him right in tow there.
I thought he owned him. No score. No score for Rex. Well, the Minutemen were quite famous years ago, but this is the Minute Man from the Flying 5 Rodeo Company. And Buddy Reed. We qualified him out of the first round. Let's go, boys. Black Magic for a 72. He needs an 82 on this one. Come on, Bud.
Oh, yeah. Just what Buddy Reed wanted.
I mean, his meat. With a 7-tall cross dandy. That's a cute little bull and everything you could put on the menu.
Well, that 61 Ellis O'Driscoll's ain't looking bad the way they're bucking so many other guys off.
Well, we'll take it at a pair of sevens. 77 points now, and that jumps him up in a three-way tie for first, second, and third. Well, the pair of 77s now tied for a three-way split for first, 75 and 74. You got to be in the high 70s. Jason Jackson, Nez Pelham, Washington, and Helter Skelter from Sunny Valley in the mid-mid button. Position, one down, Vince.
Oh, a lot of action here.
Nice rebound, back in there. Second highest mark for the 79 out of the first round. Qualified, getting back up now. J&J, Nez Pelham in the Indian Reservation where he comes from. 75 is what they're talking about. That'll hold him in. You got to get a third one. What can you do? He rode a bucking horse and a bull already today at the rodeo in Livermore, California, 50 miles from here. Ride three of these tonight. That just sounds like a happy Saturday for a Wrangler Bull Riders Open.
Everybody's after that $10,000 first prize. So if you get to that third round, that's where the buckers are. Take it any way you can get it.
Don't believe how he scattered across flat-footed like that and still kept his foot in him to stay where he needed to be. Hungry kids, Gary. That's what they are. They want that big bucks at 10,000. All right, from his high school days to college, the ranks of the pros, still in college. This is Dax Lackey, comes from Boerne, Texas. Now, when you're a college champion and a pro champion all in the same category, you can be somebody, but this kid is tying his hand off like he wants to be a $10,000 winner.
Well, he's wanting another $10,000 like you said up there in Tacoma. Whenever you got $10,000 in your pocket, that gives you a little confidence going into that next ride. And Dax has a lot of talent. He's been in that final round probably many times as any rookie on the tour. So he was due to get that $10,000. He told me today he wanted another one.
Sonny Riley, Big Bend Rodeo Company, is in position. Johnny Hutzel is running a partner in the bull. Money's on Dax.
Go on, Dax.
On tilt. I don't believe this. We've got some rookies in here tonight that are in position to just ride anything and get the high points and the champions and the records that should be in position. They're not making it happen. I don't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, still 377. Wes Sears, got Mindy, and Buddy Reed in the lead. We've got more coming back for this short round and a chance for 10,000. San Jose is where we are. Join us again. Welcome back to the Sharks House, everybody. This is Bob Tornwall, Gary LeFew for the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Tour. We're proud to be at the next and last stop on the first half. The original Coors scoreboard shows us Colorado Jeff Gunstar at the top. West Sears, Myron Bullard, and Jason Jackson. We're in position, and Shane Thurston and Old Grasshopper, the bucking bull of the year, number 19 from Dan Russell, is on the ground. Nothing to feel too bad about, Shane-O. Let's take another look at this, Gary, because this youngster has drawn one of the greatest all-time bucking bulls in the business for $10,000.
Well, he don't got to have to feel bad about bucking off of him because he slid everybody in the business back and bucked him off, or he wouldn't be bucking bull of the year.
That's just the way it is. A world champion bucking bull has got young Shane Thurston on the ground, and no score after the first one. Ellis O'Driscoll had a 61 with an option out of the second round, and he said, I don't want to get on another one. But what Ellis has got to do is blow out 440 of Dan Russell. Josh O'Brien, Scott Mendes, Buddy Reed, and Shane Thurston are in there. Shane is actually out of there. But he did not take the re-ride. Now, that was good, and he did qualify. 9 out of 10 is all we've got in this round. But to draw 440 blowout,
If there's one bull in there you didn't want, this is him. This bull maybe gets ridden once a year. One of the baddest, most out-of-line bulls in the rodeo business.
No more talk like that. Let's get quiet. Here.
Oh, look at this kid. He's going to...
Oh, look at this bull. He's going to give it to him. Hollywood Don Yates. Oh, no.
He's getting his money's worth, I'll say that for him.
Lloyd Kitchen is in there tonight, and he's hurt. He's got a pulled groin muscle. That's tough to fight bulls. When you're looking at it that way.
Well, he's sitting flat on his old butt coming out of here.
You don't have to worry about it. Joe Bumgarner's in there to save lives as well, and his flat butt just got stretched out.
Anytime you youngsters get hung up, the one thing you want to think about is stay on your feet, keep hopping, keep jumping and hopping alongside of these bulls. Because if you let them drag you back, they're going to step on them legs, and that's the best way I know of getting the leg broken.
Then comes a kidney kicking, a heart kicking. Lloyd Ketchum just steps away from the arena. He's going to the locker room, and that has got to hurt. Let's talk about a Chevrolet All-Star Bull. And this is a Chevrolet All-Star Cowboy on him, Wes Sear. He comes out of the first round, about third in the first round. Split first, second, and third in the second round. He has won 2 $10,000 Wrangler checks already for Bull Riders only in the 1994 season. This time, spinner number 43, Dan Russell. Now this ain't the rankest bull in the bunch, is it? Pardon my English.
Well, he's 3-0 at the Bull Riders only. He's pretty on here. He would be in this third round. You know, West just ain't been able to get it together since that first 2 wins.
January, February, and March, you couldn't throw him off if you shot him with a shotgun. Now, just hit him with a number 2 scoop shovel, and he's gone.
Look how he's pulling on that rope. That's pulling him back off of that front end, getting him back where all the power is, and he's going to have to get out of that, or he's going to have a lot more buck off.
We are 3 for the Bulls. 3 for the Bulls and nothing for the Cowboys. 6 to go for a shot at $10,000. We're coming back. Don't anybody move. The daddy of them all. That's the name of a hometown called Cheyenne, Wyoming. The 2 most famous guys here tonight from Cheyenne is Dr. Skip Ross, our team doctor, and this man, Jeff Cathcart, getting ready in the shoot. But hey, Dodge City, June 25th. Kansas, you better be with us at the campgrounds. Cathcart's got his hands full right back in the Western Rodeo in the big yellow Chevrolet.
Come on, Jeff.
Ouch! Man, did break an egg in him. Oh, Lord, did Cow kick him on the way down rope. Hang hung in the rope.
Well, there's where one of those protective vests would have come in. Anywhere you get hit in that midsection, those are going to save you. Jeff did not have one on, and he's paying the price right
Look
now.
at there. You can see right down under his left arm that both Cow kicked him all the way down his body.
I have had no less than probably 5 or 6 guys in the last 3 weeks that have been stepped on in the same area. Didn't even feel the pain.
Gary, you're talking about your schools and these youngsters, kids anywhere from 16 to 18 years old, and some guys 40 and 50 years old that want to come and learn. I don't care how old you are, how tough you are, or anything else. The protective gear that we've come up with in the 90s is allowing these young athletes a lot longer career. Oh, Lord, watch here. Let's see that.
That looked like the tail of the rope hung around something and pulled him right back under that.
He basically walked out on his own power. That's the main thing.
He's got a big hoof print on him.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Timmy Anderson, our cameraman's following him right back here in front of us. Back here behind. 72 points. Lord, thank you for just letting him live through it.
72 might be all he needs tonight to win these bulls and bucking these guys out.
Yes, sir. El Guapo, that's what happened in the last one. The other ball, and Josh O'Brien is gone. Oh, Lord, ow. Ooh. I mean, Thumpo from El Guapo.
El Guapo, it didn't take him long to throw him off. That's the bull that stepped on Ty Murray's head in Houston, and Ty won the first go-around on him, but he gets a little back on the rumble seat right here, and that's where you get the power from. You slide back, and they will best you in that ground.
Oh, man, does that gotta hurt every part of your body. I mean, did slam dunk him. The dunk was one thing. but that just knocks the air out of your entire system. Now, Myron Duarte is ready to go. Let's talk about Hawaii. Any chance that I could go along as excess baggage for your school when you have your school in the islands this fall?
Well, we're going to be over there August 12th, 13th, and 14th at Buddy Gibson's place over there in Oahu. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be there another week and going to judge the rodeo.
Okay. Spotted John, do your thing. Number 13, unlucky for the number. Flying 5 from Sonny Riley. Myron Duarte. Panioli. Cowboys in Hawaii. This young man has made it the hard way. Nobody's ever given him any gifts. What a fine young fella. He is a gentleman. I think I'll just show up in August with a few. Buddy, be ready. Alice Rich Stables is a great place to have a rodeo.
Yeah, maybe I'll just have announcing school with him.
No, that'll work. That'll work.
He has definitely got the bull he wants right here. This bull is honest as the day is long. Going to spin one way, maybe both ways, but he's a bull that you can score high on. And if you don't make any mistakes,
Yes.
you can win the money on.
Sit up, Myron. He did it, he did it, he did it. Turn loose, turn loose, turn loose.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, that boy is one of my
Yes,
favorites.
he's happy to be there. Happy to be there. What a fine young man.
All right, it's about time that boy got him good money.
I mentioned it earlier tonight that we're going to see the Lion pups come out of the den tonight. And all of the youngsters that are here that are going to be the late 1990 champions of the world, bull riders only $10,000 champions. You're looking at them on Prime.
Well, he started out winning Kansas City this year and has stayed tough all year, and you can see he's still riding good. That is a nice bull ride.
Well, they're going to give him a nice score. 84 is the way they're marking him. Alan Jordan Jr. and Harry Rose Jr. are bull riders only judges tonight in San Jose.
That was one great move he made when that bull come back that other way. He got back over that front end and got back in control.
Well, the Sharks are not in control tonight in San Jose, but the bull riders are. 84 put him to the lead for the $10,000. More in San Jose in a minute. With an 84 and a 72, we're in the money. Hang on, everybody, we're coming back. This time, Buddy Reed's the young man. We don't know a whole lot about this kid, but he's a nice young fellow behind the Sam's Town Chute.
Well, he's got a bull that bucked off David Lance at Coma. Good bucking bull. Should go to the left right there. A Chevy truck stole all time.
Yeah, he's an
all-star bull.
All-star bucking bull from Chevrolet. Mom and Apple Pie aren't here tonight, and Chevrolet is, and we say thanks to them. Put your heartbeat in the right spot, put it on the back of this bull, tie your hand off a few.
You know, Myron, he just told me that be sure and tell the folks out there that last bull went out to his good friend Raymond No and his sponsors from No Foods.
Yeah, I like that.
Best iced tea in the world. Hawaiian iced tea. They sell everything. All right. Go on. They're going to ride him tonight. Well, our young wolves they're stepping to the challenge, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I think the Lions pups are turning into big growlers tonight. San Jose is loving it. What a nice crowd tonight in the beautiful new San Jose American Sharks. What do they say? Zoom dove, zoom dove.
Can ride bulls. Look at the way he moves over that front end, spurs out of that well. That does it.
He is a squatty bunny. I guarantee you when he didn't stand for 7 1/4 inches. Look at him reach that right foot, circle himself back into position. That is good stuff. Jimmy Anderson's got him on camera right back here. He lost his PCA record. And he'll come out there with it in his glove hand. He is sweating and fretting and thinking about it. You talk about hot. Well, how much adrenaline can boil out of a guy in 8 seconds, but it's still boiling out of him here.
You bet. Buddy Reed is probably the perfect size for riding bulls. He's about 5'4". He's stocky. Got a good riding arm on him. He can do the thing.
Okay, Reno, Nevada. Let's see what we can do for the headlines. It's about time for everybody to join us at the big Reno Rodeo, the wildest, richest rodeo in the West. And this is the man, hometown champion there, Scott Mendes, no refund. He'll ride this bull like, oh, easy. Look at this.
Good bull. This is a good draw for Scotty. Scotty's been riding good, a lot of hustle. And whenever you get a couple of good bull rides right in front of you, it kind of gets your adrenaline running. You've seen a couple of good ones. It kind of gets your confidence up. If you got 4 or 5 buck-offs coming right in front of you, then you kind of got to dig down into your whole card.
Well, the whole card on this one's going to have to be 89 points if you can make it work. Now, there's more money to pay than just the $10,000 for first, so winning second, third, or fourth is nothing to be ashamed of. Scott Mendes, before he went into this third round, I said, give him some chops to that right foot. And Johnny Chavez of Boston, New Mexico, is going to be injured when he's standing here tonight. So you don't have to worry about that. He's pumping that guy up. Here's Jim Little, fire on feet, and he's scoring on top of everything else. Number 20, no refund. Sonny Riley and Donnie Hutchins from Big Bend.
You see him take command there. He just reached up there and kicked that bull. He said, straighten up there, bulls.
Straighten up there, boys.
You have got the stud horse on you right here.
Stand in. Go to it if you're going to ride on the Belmont day. Do it right here. Come on, Scott. Bull Mike. Come on, Bull Mike. No.
Load him back in that back end.
That's the last build-up I'm going to give him. The bull didn't buck, and he overpowered him. The bull did not buck. I'm not going to make excuses. That's just the way that it worked.
A lot of times you get pumped up for a bull that's supposed to really buck, and then he doesn't quite have his day. It has a tendency to kind of lull you back on that back end.
Yes. Well, they're going to get him a score out of it. Maybe we can still get him a check. 88, 84 to 72 to the top high 3 marks right now. And he's going to be a 72 tied for third and fourth. 72 points is still in the money. Third and fourth split at this time. Well, Turk ain't over till the fat lady sings, and I don't even hear her warming up yet. We've still got another one to ride.
That's right. It wasn't pretty, but he got the whistle.
Hey, I'll take it. It's a duck in a corner. If it was the 8 ball, just don't follow it into the hole. Let's do it. Jason Jackson is Peter Washington. Dogface is the bull. He'll like this one. Out of his home country, he's had this bull before. Now, what can you do? Here's the rookie. Can't throw him off. That's out. Don't be doing that.
That bull is one of the bulls that's one of the top contenders for the bull of the year this year. I have not seen that bull ridden the last 2 years. He is a honky bull.
He is honky. Jason on the ground and gone. We rode 3 and rode 9. That's all there is to it. 88 points. The Buddy Reed's going to get the check unofficially, and I'll call it at that.
Watch right here. Watch this power of this bull. Woo, that big kick, and then he comes up. There the power is. When they come up in that front end, you get 1,800 pounds dropping on your arm. That is pure power.
Well, we've got 4 rolls out of the 9 we came in with. 88, 84, and a pair of 72s are going to get the money tonight. Oh, Lord.
Look at here. Look at here. Ooh.
Snorting your shorts.
Boy, he needs to protect your vest. He did not miss him by much.
We'll get that boy something more than protective vest. Let's get him a better job.
Big belly roll right there. Rolled him back on that back end, and that's how he almost got back, but just that belly roll rolled him back, and he just never did ready to cover position. And what can you say, but you got a super bull there.
Nothing to be ashamed of. If you're going to get bucked off one, that's the one to have it happen on. Ladies and gentlemen, San Jose has been a great place for bull riders only. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're going to come back to the highlights and show you the winner in just a minute. But an 88 for Buddy Reed. School, big time. Oh, Sonny Riley's going to take the honors. Byron Newart, the Hawaiian, in for a second. Jeff Cathcart and Scott Mendes are going to get a third and a fourth check. More in a minute with the Wrangler Bull Riders only, and we'll be back with the champions. Don't move.
With the Roper Ride of the Night, I'm here with 25-year-old Buddy Reed. Buddy, 44 skull time. Your roommate's Jim Sharp. I think you've seen this bull before, haven't you?
Yeah, I seen him at Jim had him at Reno last year in the short round. He won the rodeo on him, and I seen Tuff split one of these BROs on him, and shoot, I knew he was a good bull, and I was glad to have him.
Well, last time the bulls were the conquerors in Tacoma. It looked like you had a good time with 44 skull time for your biggest check. Take us to the ride and tell us how it felt.
He usually turns back to the left. Sometimes he goes a little further than he did today, but turning back right there, I felt good. He just kind of moving forward. I felt like I rode him good as I could, and shoot, he's a great bull, and I just glad to have him and get by him.
Well, $10,000 with Buddy Reed here. First ever alternate to win a Bull Riders Only event. Back to the boys in the booth.
In 25 years in this business, I've seen the changing of the guards come many times, but when we started the show tonight, I talked about the Lion's Den being full of pups. They let the pups out, and those kids went to scrapping and a growling for the money. 25-year-old new champion Buddy Reed, wow, for $10,000.
You bet. They say there's always room at the top, and Buddy Reed's got his eye on the top, and this kid has got some talent and going to be around a while.
Well, talent's what it's all about, and when we talk about the big money, what I'm concerned with is $10,000 at a whack, and we didn't penetrate the top 5 positions by anybody's win here tonight. So it's all right, and we'll take a look at the results at San Jose right now. This way with $10,822, Buddy Reed is, well, he's rich when you think about that for 24 seconds worth of work. The Paniolis, yes, that's the Hawaiian Cowboys. They'll be happy with Myron Duhart's second-place win. Scott Mendes for Reno, Nevada. Jeff Cathcart, we're just happy to have him up and in position after that cow kicking he took in the belly tonight. Terry Don West, you're A-OK in Oklahoma. Don't worry about it. You're still number 1. Then Adriano Marias, Wes Sear, Dax Lackey, and Gray Cools. The Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series has been brought to you in part by none other than our friends at Chevrolet, Chevy Truck, our official truck that we drive. By Award Design Medal, the official buckle of the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series. And shirts provided by Roper Apparel. For Gary LeFew, this is Bob Tallman, and the next time the Bro goes to one of the oldest West's historic cattle drive centers, join us to add to our own brand of 20th century ball bustin' on the Bro Crunch Time.